Please take your seats, dear colleagues. And a warm welcome to this summit. And without further ado, it is my honor and pleasure to give the floor to our host, the President of the Republic of Turkey. Please, President Erdogan, you have the floor.
Distinguished Secretary General, distinguished heads of state and government, on the basis of our decisions that we have taken in the Hague summit, we have focused on ensuring the European allies to become better security providers. As Turkey, before 2030, we'd like to increase our defense spending to 3.5%, and we have already taken our measures to do that. In expenditures in connection with security and resilience, even now, we have reached a budget share of 1.5%. In this way, as determined in The Hague, the 5% target, we aim to reach this target 5 years before the determined time. But our main success of our country is with regards to our move in defense industry. With regards to production and export capacity, we rank among the top 10 countries of the world. In the alliance, we have been allocated 361 capability targets, and almost all of them will have been covered within 3 years, even before the pledged date. We have allocated an additional budget of $24 billion to air and missile defense capabilities, whose lackness is most felt in our alliance through our Steel Dome project. As the country that has the largest army in Europe, we are in an effort to provide our capabilities to the service of the alliance at every stage that is needed. In Kosovo, in Black Sea, in the Baltic area, and in other geographies, we are leading among the allies that contribute to the operations, missions, and exercises of the alliance. As an ally that uses the UAVs and armed UAVs successfully in real battlefields, we hope to have our Center of Excellence for Unmanned Systems countermeasures that we are foreseeing to establish to be accredited at NATO. And I believe that this center will support our response capability, especially against air and marine drone threats. Distinguished guests, I would like to especially attract attention to the following two issues so that we can reach the NATO 3.0 target as soon as possible. First of all, starting with the defense industry, lifting of restrictions among allies in defense cooperation, starting with the defense industry. And I very much welcome the fact that this message was emphasized by both industry and government officials at the Defense Industry Forum. Secondly, as European allies, while taking on more responsibilities in the defense of the continent, we need to refrain from taking decisions and making actions that may weaken the integrity of the alliance and transatlantic relationships. And here I would like to especially address our allies that are members of the European Union. Maximum benefit in the Union's efforts in the field of security can only be possible through refraining from unnecessary duplications with NATO. Exclusion of allies that are not members of the Union, while a cooperation model dictated by wisdom and logic is possible, would cause limited resources to be spent in vain and create an artificial division in Europe, which we do not desire at all. It is evident that this attitude does not serve for the purposes of transatlantic defense industrial base pointed out by Distinguished Secretary General. Distinguished counterparts, in the Ukraine war, I share President Trump's vision for peace, and I state my support to prioritize Ukraine requirements list initiative. In addition to our military support that we're providing to Ukraine from our own national inventory, we will continue our contribution within the scope of the Pearl Initiative. While supporting Ukraine, we are also benefiting from our communication channels to direct Russia towards peace. I very much appreciate the resolute stance demonstrated by my friend, Mr. Trump, in ensuring that the Iranian crisis entered into a trajectory of settlement despite attempts for sabotage. In addition to our diplomatic efforts, we are ready to provide required contribution to clear the Strait of Hormuz from mines. And on this occasion, I would like to express our thanks for the support provided by the NATO elements against missiles targeting Turkey, starting with the United States of America and Spain, and also to Germany and Italy, who have deployed additional air defense batteries. I would like to indicate that it is very important that our partners under Istanbul Cooperation Initiative, whose solidarity that I believe is a must, and it's very important that they're here today with us. And I once again emphasize that the key for lasting peace in the Middle East is a two-state solution. And I would like to indicate that we all have a duty to ensure peace in especially Gaza and Lebanon. And finally, I would like to remind you once again that we need to be in full solidarity in fighting against all forms and manifestations of terrorism, and I wish the Ankara summit to lead to auspicious results, and I'd like to thank all who have contributed in the preparations for the summit. Thank you.